I don't remember the exact year, but we first met in Le Sueur. I just had been discharged from the Army and got my last check. So my friends and I decided, well, we had to cash that check. So you don't go to the bank, you go to the local bar and cash it there. Well, this particular bar had a back room with a piano, and that was often used for people our age would meet there, and we all liked to sing, so we would sing. And we heard the piano playing, so we walked in the back room, and there were some girls from Le Sueur that we knew, you know, and then there were a couple of strange girls there, and one of them was playing the piano, and that was Elizabeth. So I went over and sat near Elizabeth and watched her play the piano. She was very good. You know, she plays by ear, so she could pick out any particular song that was popular at the time, and she could play it. So we stayed there, quite a while, singing, all of us. There must have been 6 or 7 of us there singing, and that's what I was.
On my first date, we went to a movie. As a matter of fact, he called. We actually, the day we met, the night we met, it was in the fall of 1955. We were having one last little blast before I went off to college, back to college. And Dick came to the house. He called. Should I tell about you calling and
Sure.
names? He called, and there were 3 guys that we met that night. And I didn't know which one of the 3 guys he was. I didn't know. I thought, oh, Dick Hiniker, which one was he? They all were nice guys. They didn't have the staying power, but they all were nice guys. So we went out to a movie, and we went to see Marty with Ernest Borgnine. And I'll never forget that movie. We talk about that movie. And it was in Mankato, so wasn't it a bit of a drive? And one thing I really liked is he talks so well. I mean, he really could carry on a good conversation. I thought, well, that's good. I'll go with him again.
It was about within a year, I guess, of when we met. We had dated quite consistently. I decided, from my side at least, that it was a good opportunity.
Good.
First year of marriage was, well, I was just out of college, fresh out of college. And I was teaching at Central High School in St. Paul. That was rough. That was a big school. It was my first year. It was an old school. The classes were like 35 plus, you know. It was a rough teaching job. And as far as being married, then we didn't live too far away. We lived in a little apartment. By the end of the day, I'd be so exhausted, you know. And after we were married 9 months, I got pregnant. So I figured, kind of with relief, that I wouldn't be going back to Central the following year. But that was our first, and we didn't make much money then, teaching. I think for the year I made $4,800. That was the year salary. But that's how it was then, so money meant a little more back then than it does now.
I think our overall memory, one of our favorite memories, and that may come out with more of your questions, was going up to Boyd's. Year after year we would go to Boyd's Resort, and that was multi-family, and that was really great times, year after year.
Grandma, do you have a specific memory when the kids were young?
Well, I would say, yeah, Boyd's on any vacation, anytime you got away together, you know, you were away from the tensions of everyday living and all of that. And, of course, holidays. Christmas was always a big one. Because we'd get together with my extended family, sisters and brother, parents, and there are a lot of kids, and cousins, so that was great when the kids were little. Then as they got bigger and they started doing wonderful things, as our kids always did, then we have many memories other than that.
Yes.
Okay. Should I start, or?
You start.
It's kind of hard to just settle on one thing. They're all really smart kids, for one thing. They're all really considerate kids. I mean, they are very thoughtful kids, and responsible. You know, they work hard and they've got good jobs, and besides being very good looking.
They take after their mother.
No, but just, you know, I can think of many things that they've done that have been such thoughtful things. They're very considerate of us all the time, and they get along so well. They're such good friends. That's big. You know, that's huge. They grew up together, so close in age. How about you?
Well, I can't say add much to that. You know, they're all individuals, that's for sure. They're not cut with identical cloth at all.
No.
And as Liz said, they get along so well together, and that's a real comfort to us. And they're actually a comfort for us too.
And then they grew up and they had wonderful families.
Well,
That was real fun. Good parents. Lisa always worked hard. What always impressed me about Lisa, she never took time off for herself. She went from school to job, from job to school, school to job. She never took any time off to go any place, any vacation. She just kept working, you know. And Lisa, I love Lisa's laugh. She's fun. She really is fun to be with. And I don't know. I can't say too much about Lisa. What do you say?
well, she's taken, as she will, leading to give all the adjectives. Lisa is so independent. She's the eldest, obviously, but she never tried to act like she was anything superior because of her age. She was just one of the kids and supportive of her brothers and sisters, her sister, and supportive of us. Just a comfort to have around.
Very much so. Very much so. A comfort to have around. Mm-hmm. And Kevin, what do you want to? I'll let you start because I adjectives.
Well, yeah. How do you just have new adjectives for any of the kids? You know, Kevin, always independent, always hardworking, and a heck of a good student. And now in his own life, he's has children by 2 marriages, but his grandchildren reflect him.
His children.
Children does. His children reflect him in a very good manner. So he's very supportive of us, and he's just great to have around. They all are, but I don't know.
He's so articulate.
Yeah.
Kevin can vocalize, I mean, on anything. He's very articulate, and I envy that sometimes. I think, oh, I wish I could say it like that, you know. He's so smart. And whenever Kevin was looking for a job or changing jobs, if he said he got an interview, I thought, he's got the job. That's his personality. He just gets the job, you know, in his qualifications, so. Yeah.
And
Paul is, I think again and again of the nice things that Paul has done, thoughtful things that you wouldn't maybe pay any attention to. And the last time I noticed it particularly was when we were in Ireland, and at one point, they were gone for the afternoon, they were going to meet me someplace. Well, they decided in their glory, they were going to, where they told me to come, they left that place and went someplace else. So who was out in the street waiting for me? Paul. I mean, he just does things like that, you know? And, yeah, he's very thoughtful, and he is he's a good father, he's a good dad. And he's always been marvelous at working with his hands and figuring things out and building things. Yeah, a lot of good things to say about Paul.
Well, how many more adjectives can we have? Paul is that, he's a little quieter than the other boys are, but not much. And he's a smiler, and he's a heck of a sailor. And he's really good with the grandchildren. He likes children, so can't say much more.
No, I had just thought of something, I left my mind. Oh. Huh. Maybe it'll pop in again. Oh. I said something about the other boys. Well. Oh, yeah, he was the quieter one. And when he was little, it didn't do him much good because we had a house full of kids. And he didn't make a fuss or anything like that. He was always the quiet one. So the quiet one doesn't get as much attention. Which Paul didn't get it. I hate to say it, when he was little, he didn't get as much attention. But didn't seem to do him any harm.
No.
Good. All right.
Ellen, I used to call her my sunshine. She lights up a room. She comes in a room, Ellen lights up a room. She's got such a personality. And everybody likes Ellen, you know. And she's also very smart. Of course, she works very hard now. She's got a responsible job. And heck, really fun. Ellen's very fun. When Ellen's going to be around, I'm always really happy, you know. And she's got wonderful kids. What else can I say? It's just, I used to sing to her when she was little, "You are my sunshine." 'Cause she was. She was. It was hard. I never could get too mad at any of the kids. I mean, I might lose my temper periodically just because I was frustrated, but I never could get mad really at them. And she played the piano. Oh, you girls, you haven't heard her play like she could play. Beautifully. The clock's going again.
Oh, wait.
I thought I put it on silent.
There are two silences. Did you both one?
No. Well, that's done now for 15 minutes.
We got 15 minutes to go.
Ellen, the clock was chiming for Ellen.
Yeah.
But, yeah, sure, Ellen, well, she is a smiler, you know. She's great, she's got a great personality, and fortunately, I can say of all the children, they are smart politically. We don't have to get any arguments with them. They followed in the good footsteps. Yeah, well, Chris has been most supportive of me because he's more local. You know, he's here, and they walk over to our house. And even in the winter, a couple of days ago when it was kind of blustery out, they walked from their house to our house to visit, and then Melissa will come later with the car to give them a ride home, you know, and often bring food for supper. So it's awfully nice to have them around. And Paul's got his sailboat, Kevin's got his cabin, but Chris has his cabin too, which is closer. and Lisa's got her cabin, you know, so we get all the pleasures of going to the lake and living on the lake.
Yeah, Chris, he is so responsible, and he's you know he's such a great family man. He's so great with his kids, and I don't know, he's just so responsible. I used to when he was little, it was time for him to start school. I don't know what was with me, but I thought he went to kindergarten the next year, he was ready for first grade. I thought, oh no, I don't think he's ready. So I kept him back. Well, about a month, he repeated for kindergarten. About a month into it, they said, no, he should be in first grade. And I thought, oh, it's just me. I love to haul him around, and I guess I just want to hold on to him a little longer. First grandchild, more serious, smart, hardworking. I got 4 words.
He's an engineer, so he's very methodical, and he works hard, and he adjusts. He had to adjust when he went overseas to Hong Kong and to China and to Australia.
Good athlete.
Good athlete, yeah, hockey player and a soccer player. So that's Tommy.
Yeah. Oh, Emily is a sweetheart. I remember Emily, she always says as she's saying goodbye, I love you. And I thought, what a nice thing. She always said, I love you, Grandma. And very thoughtful, fun, sparkly, pretty. What do you say?
What more can I add to almost any of them?
I guess we're putting on in too many words, and then we get in a bind.
And she is very bright, no question about that. She's hardworking, and I was impressed when she was here interviewing, taking a job back here, how well she was prepared, and how she was in kind of a command of her presentation, and decisive as to which one she wanted to work for. Katie.
Oh, Katie. Oh, Katie is cute, smart, driven to achieve her goals. It's a lot of words.
It's a lot of words. Well, there's no question about that. She's very attractive, and she's a bubbly personality, and works hard academically. She's completing her PA now, and that's been a long, tough 3 years, and she just kind of coasted through it, and she's so energetic with her pursuits in that area, going to different hospitals and to different clinics and things, and she loves what she's doing and looking forward to being a PA. And,
That's a lot of words.
That's a lot of work.
Pat, he is musically talented, funny. He's fun. I particularly enjoyed when Pat taped me playing the piano, or recorded, I should say. Yeah. Good-looking guy.
Yeah, well, I agree with her. When he came out and took the time to record her playing the piano, it was wonderful to see and to hear the quality of his work. He's good at that, and he's kind of a happy person, and I hope that they all continue to do well like he's doing.
Maggie is also disciplined, really disciplined, to be able to do what she's doing, and going through hurdles and succeeding. Very. Maggie's got a cute personality. And she's very, I remember about Maggie, how she, when we were in Chicago, and she was scared to death because she saw a demon or something in a picture on the wall. I think she used to be a little superstitious.
Well, Maggie, she's kind of a joy. She is pursuing her own agenda, and she is still very family oriented with the rest of the kids and with her parents and with us. So she's great to have around.
Well, she was just a wonderful addition to our family. She's so cute and a smart little girl, and talented, and it'll be fun to see what she turns out doing, with her life.
Yeah, she's, the youngest by far of any of our grandchildren, but she's certainly her own person and her own personality. But she still gets along well with her older, I should say, cousins, and she's growing up to be a beautiful young woman.
Oh, Rylan, the thing about Rylan, very first thing I think of when I think of Rylan is his smile. He's just got the greatest smile. And we call our little snowman outside Riley, because looks like his, the smile is just like Riley. But Riley is really a very responsible kid, got himself a good job, did really well in school, and we see him quite a bit, which is very nice.
Yeah, he's around because he lives by the university, but he comes back to White Bear quite frequently, and we see him at the house. And he and his dad are big Gopher fans, so I've seen him in conjunction with that too. So Riley is one of the tallest. Interesting, he's one of the tallest of the grandchildren. So, but he does have a good sense of humor. So fun to have around. Melissa
is just a sweetheart. I told Melissa she just could come live here anytime. I mean, she's works hard, and she's serious about what she's doing, about her studying and her job and all. I don't know, I'm just impressed by her work ethic and all the ways she's helpful. And we've had some good card games, Alyssa and Rachel and I.
Melissa, of course, we see her more frequently because she comes home a lot to her parents' house, and
she lives there, right?
Well, that's right. She used to just come home. Now
Yeah.
she's moved back there.
Mm-hmm.
She's pursuing her graduate education. Plus, she's working full time. So it shows how driven she is and what a good student she is. So, and she's fun. No, about the clock.
Rachel is such a cutie. Got such a nice personality, and she's so much fun. And to start out in college now, it'll be fun to see what she does with all of that. It was always fun to go to the high school things and watch her do her stuff, get her awards, and as it was with a lot of our kids, most of them really. Yeah. What more can I say about Rachel? She's a good card player.
Mhm. Well, Rachel now, as a freshman at the university, and it brings back memories when I transferred to the university as a sophomore, and she's living the same dorm area that I had way back then, and she's doing the same things, experiencing the same things that I did, and that makes it very personal. And she's really enjoying it, and she's enjoying the college life, which is an adjustment for any high school student, but she's made it the transition very well.
Got Ellen's kids. Oh my goodness. And who else? Paul.
Paul.
Got a lot of grandkids.
We have a lot of grandkids.
Sam?
Oh, Sam. Sam's another one that has just an absolutely fantastic smile. He does. He's just, he's got a great friendly way about him. He gets that from both mom and dad. They both have those friendly, outgoing personalities. And Sam was, some of the fun times with Sam was watching him play baseball. He's such a good baseball player, good athlete. And watch him achieve that. And, he's got a great sense of humor. Sam is a lot of fun.
But he again, as all the grandchildren, has a great smile, and it beams, which helps. It's not just a kind of thing like that. Or
Oh, John is such a sweetheart. He was always, of course, younger, than you two, but you and Sam. Then I should call you by name because they won't know it was you behind the camera. But he was always just a bubbly little kid. I remember he used to like to play cars, and he'd give me the beat up. We had these little cars. We had a box of them. He'd line them up. He'd give me the beat up ones, and he'd take the shiny ones. And then he'd like to have crashes. But he was a little one, but boy, he grew up to be a good-sized young man, and husky and strong-looking. Yeah, Johnny is a great guy.
And John's a helper to me. John will come over and help me with my projects. I always got projects out of necessity, most of them. But he's a good worker, and he's so reliable. That's what I like. I mean, if he says he's going to be here, he comes, and he's always willing to work. And he also had his own kayak here and goes out on the lake. And I like to see anybody that uses the lake.
It's beautiful, and she's so pretty. Lizzie's so pretty, and she's so thoughtful. And I love it that Lizzie has found deep faith. That's very gratifying to me. And she's always been affectionate and considerate. And obviously very good with kids, Yeah, Lizzie is a very special girl.
Well, they all interact so well with each other, and she's one of the prime examples of getting along with the other cousins, and she's vivacious, and
That's a good word.
I think that she's bright. They're all bright. We don't have any slugs.
We don't have a slug in the group.
Not a slug in the group, So she's going to do well.
Yeah, and she's doing well.
Yeah.
She's doing well. Yeah, because he's more serious around Grandpa and I see him with the kids and stuff, and he's laughing and having a good time. He's very smart. He's going to invent something, do something wonderful someday, because he's so computer savvy, and I don't know what he'll do, but it'll be something great.
Yeah, well, Colin is, but, quite young compared to the rest, So but he's a very good student, and he's now in high school and really coming out on his own. He is electronic oriented, and I'm kind of a slug in that area. So it's comforting to have him around if we have any questions about the computer or the cell phones. He's got it all down, and that's a good field for him, but that's partly a sign just of his intelligence. I don't know what he's going to do later, but he's still in high school, so he's got plenty of time to explore all kinds of vistas and make some decisions.
We're thankful for our family, primarily.
That's it.
Yeah, thankful for that. We're thankful that we've lived this long and had a long life together. And the legacy, you want to ask that about the legacy? I think the legacy is that our family, our legacy is the importance of family, and primarily it's that, I guess. Right?
Yes, it's hard to, again, expand on that very much, because that's
it.
That's it. Love is the word, I think, and it goes both ways, and that's a wonderful thing.
Do all the things right that we did right, and none of the things wrong that we did wrong. No. Just follow their heart, I guess.
Yeah. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
You should all be yourselves.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be like your parents or your grandparents. You're
Yeah.
supposed to be yourself and enjoy life.
Yeah.
And serve others.
Mm-hmm. A quote that I really always have liked is, I'd say, the one from Matthew's Gospel. When I was hungry, you gave me to eat. When I was thirsty, you gave me to drink. Whatever you do for the least of these, my brethren, you do also for me. I think that's about one of my favorite ones.
Well, I don't necessarily quote the gospel at all. I think about thoughts of the gospel, and I think about the prayers, but the greatest prayer you always have is, do unto yourself as you would have others do unto you. The golden rule. I mean,
Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. Right?
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's what you meant.
I suppose her smile. She's got such a bright and cheery, welcoming smile. We've been a team, literally, for all these years. We've worked together, we've supported each other. We've had very few disagreements that amounted to anything. So she's a helpmate, I guess that's the word that is classically used. Well, I have a phrase: she's a sweetheart, she's wife, she's mother, she's grandmother, she's sibling, she's musician, she's a sportswoman, and she's a fellow traveler. I think the thing that we've done that's been expansive is our travel together. We've loved to do that. That's been great. And of course, that pales in comparison to family life. I hope I've said already the many things that I love about her. And we've had a few trials, mostly physical, not between the two of us, but a few trials, but we've come through them, and it's made our love stronger.
Well, Dick is very responsible, very considerate, very generous, loyal. I just totally 100% count on him, and I know I can, you know. I appreciate that he's such a great family man. Family man, it means so much to him. I appreciate that I know he loves me, and he tells me that in so many ways. I had never, ever, ever doubted that. Although it surprises me sometimes. I guess that's basically the most important. Well, I think over the years that one of our favorite thing was we traveled a lot. Took really nice trips. Now that we're not traveling so much, we love to go out to eat together, just to pop out and have dinner and good time to talk. And I don't know, we like to just sit and watch television together. When we were younger, of course, there were lots of things we used to like to do together. Younger and more active and able to do things. We love you, everybody.
We love you.
all you kids, all you grandkids.
You're our life.
Yeah, this has been fun. Do though, if it's going to do that whole ding dong, and then gong gong.
Yeah, so you'll strike the hour and then it'll go another 5.
Yeah.
Because it's coming up on, no, 4, it's coming up on 4 o'clock.
Silent.
I turned the one, but I didn't turn the other one.
Okay, we'll turn that one. There we go.
Ding dong ding.
Now it should be silent.
I don't know whether I turned off the gonger or the ding dong.
We were born before the wind, also younger than the sun. Yeah, the bonnie boat was one as we sailed into the mystic. I can now hear the sailors cry, smell the sea and feel the sky. Let your soul and spirit fly into the mystic. And where that foghorn blows, I will be coming home. Yeah, when the foghorn blows, I wanna hear it. I don't have to fear it, and I wanna rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in the days of old. And magnificently we will fold into the mystic. When that foghorn blows, you know I will be coming home. Yeah, when that foghorn whistle blows, I gotta hear it. I don't have to fear it, and I wanna rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in the days of old. And together we will fold into the mistake.